nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Welcome to the world's largest rooftop and bar. We are at Offshore at Navy Pier. This is Kathleen, and she is the Director of Sales and Marketing, and she's going to give us a tour of this incredible space. You got to come out and check it out, because it's what, like 32 degrees in Chicago right now,
32 degrees in Chicago, but somehow it feels warm and cozy in a big glass bubble. So
it does.
We'll go with that.
It's like the snow globe of the century. So you got to tell me about this space. Sure. What makes it the world's largest?
So in addition to being on historic Navy Pier, we have 52,000 square feet indoor and out. So you're just seeing about a third of it right now for the colder months. But even the indoor space with all the glass, it feels massive compared to what it actually is.
So you got to give me a tour. Give me all the hot spots.
So we just decorated for the holidays.
Yes.
A little ski lodge inspired. So we've got, naturally driftwood and lighting hanging from the ceiling. We've got our lounge seating on either side, and we've got 2 pool tables, tons of fun for large and small groups.
And we should note that we're here on a Monday evening.
Yeah, we're here on a Monday.
And so, if we were here on, let's say, maybe a Saturday or a Friday night, there'd be a few more people.
Yeah, definitely on a Saturday, especially like when we get into the warmer months. But even this holiday season, we're rolling out a whole new brunch menu. We've got a boozy cocoa and cookie bar on Saturdays and Sundays from 3 to 6. Actually, no, we're running it from brunch now.
Okay.
So, like little treats, homemade cocoa, like kind of grown up kid event.
And let's say I want to make a reservation for the brunch. How do I go about doing that?
Just right on our website, drinkoffshore.com. It literally says now taking reservations. Just click on it and we'll take care of it, or you can always give us a call.
And explain how you get to this space as well for people who may not be super familiar with Navy Pier.
So I joke that you have to drive to like the farthest east end of the city of Chicago, which is where we are.
Yes.
So we're at the far end of Navy Pier. We touch the Grand Ballroom, and everyone kind of knows where that is. So the very last drop-off point on your Uber, your Lyft, your whatever is your best way to get here, in my opinion. Or if you're up for a brisk walk, just come on all the way back to the end and take the elevators on up.
And I want to pause right here because there's a couple things I want to point out. First of all, you can kind of make out the city skyline, a little bit of a glare because it's evening, but how beautiful that is, Kathleen.
It's amazing. It's the only spot in Chicago, unless you're on a boat, where you can get that skyline view from the east, north side and the south side, because the further you go out in our space, the better and better that view gets without having to be on a boat. So it's really special. And then of course on special occasions like New Year's and all summer long, we have the fireworks literally right out here, like our very own backyard fireworks. So it's pretty amazing.
And these fire pits going as well. And you're not one of those places where like everybody's fighting for the one available fire pit.
No.
You guys have several of them.
Yeah, we've got 7 fire pits, and actually these walls right here are accordions. So even just a few weeks ago, it was 40 and sunny, and we opened them. It was awesome. So we've got the ability to really be a great indoor-outdoor space, even when we get those like Chicago days where we want to be outside, even if it's just for a few hours.
So let's keep walking this way. And speaking of food, Kathleen, we're going to talk about some of the brunch offerings that you guys have, as well as some of the cozy winter cocktails.
Yes. So we just rolled out about a week and a half ago our new winter menu, fall-winter, as well as a whole new brunch menu and 9 new cocktails out of 11 on our list. So we've been busy as it's been getting a little colder out here.
Oh, a new item arrived while we were gone.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Are you ready for breakfast
it's like
already?
Magic. Okay, so I'm going to give you this menu.
Sure.
So you have that for reference. Let's first talk about the cocktails that you guys are offering, and they kind of change with the seasons, right?
They definitely change. So over the summer, we were going bright, we were going citrusy, light and fruity, and then we got it a little cozier for the winter. So we brought in a lot of fall spices and winter, flavors, as well as some of those like darker liquors that people kind of tend to enjoy this time of year.
So let's talk about each of them. I love this one because it's got like a little toasted marshmallow on top.
Toasted marshmallow. It's called the Glamp Fire. It's made with Jameson, grapefruit, marshmallow, and lemon. And it's spritzed with a little bit of scotch on the back end.
Ooh.
So it's a little smoky, a little citrusy, but the play on words, it's what you want to be drinking when it's cold, that's for sure.
All right, so what about this one back here?
Yeah, so we all know the Old Fashioned is everyone's new favorite drink. And so this is a rye Old Fashioned. We call that the lip service, and it has maple, orange, and a bit of chocolate bitters to round it out.
Chocolate bitters.
Yeah, so definitely seasonal there.
All right, let's talk about this one.
Yeah, that's our nod to the good old-fashioned cosmopolitan. We call it the vodka cocktail. Really original, but everyone's got to have a vodka drink on the menu.
Right.
So it's your classic Cosmo with some citrus and cranberry, but we put a bit of Saint Germain in it to give it that floral essence, which is really delicious.
Well, it looks beautiful. It's some of my favorite colors, that pinkish color. And then this is like so strange, but I know it's got to be good. What is in this?
Yeah, so we've kind of made ourselves famous for the bagged cocktail. So over the summer, we had 2 different ones, and this is our newest one. We named it the Millennial Juice Box.
Which is a perfect name.
Because it reminds me of those Capri Suns we used to drink after school.
Yes.
And so that's a blood orange margarita this time of year.
Really?
So again, that winter
Super
citrus
fun.
in there.
Okay, and then what about this one? I can't forget this one. It's warm and...
It's warm,
Ooh.
it looks cozy. Yeah, that's our hot toddy. So it's actually made with a melted ice cream base.
What?
Yes, I know. Totally weird. It's our version of hot toddy called the buttered rum. So aged rum, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg. To me, it tastes like
It's like
holiday,
a little piece of heaven is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like Santa's drinking these
Yeah.
as he's delivering gifts to the millions of children in the world.
especially on a cold Chicago night like tonight. It's exactly what you want to be drinking.
All right, so let's talk about the brunch options. Again, when can people make those brunch reservations?
So you can make them anytime. On the weekends, we open at 11 a.m.
Okay.
And I know the Pier is going to get really busy soon with their Winter Wonderfest starting.
Yes.
So I definitely recommend, if you're coming down for that, make a brunch reservation for the front end of it. So fill your bellies and then go hang out with Santa and all
Good
that
idea.
stuff.
Okay, so let's go through each of these. So
that's
this
our
is
overnight
great.
oats. Yeah. So everyone's been in the overnight oat craze. So let a chef go loose on it, and it's probably the best one that you'll taste.
I'm sure.
And it kind of looks like brunch dessert. Fresh berries. There's some nice spices in there as well. It's just kind of a special dish that makes you feel a little less guilty about brunch.
Yeah. Yes. And then what about this?
Sure. So that's our chef's egg jumble, he calls it, with our homemade focaccia. If you've ever had a shakshuka or like the eggs in purgatory, lots of spices, tomatoes, eggs baked right in the dish. It's scoopable, it's shareable, which is everything we like about our menu. Just being able to share with your friends, especially at brunch. It's a perfect dish.
And then what is this one?
Yeah, so we went a little seasonal on the butternut. I'm sorry, that's the acorn squash. There's a spicy yogurt sauce and some pomegranate tendrils. So super seasonal, slow roasted, incredible vegetarian dish.
And then what about right next to it?
It's the classic brunch, avocado toast. So,
That should be called the Millennial Avocado Toast.
So millennial juice box, millennial
Yes.
breakfast. Just tons of avocado, nice and fresh, cherry tomatoes, poached eggs. Can't go wrong.
It has to be one of the favorites. And then at the very end,
Yeah, the very end is kind of like a brunch all day. It's one of our flatbreads, but this has a creme fraiche and smoked salmon on it. So I think it's the all-day flatbread, not just a brunch flatbread. But they're so popular here, and people love them. They're crunchy, they're salty, and that smoked salmon just is delicious.
and then there's a salad right above it.
Yeah, another seasonal dish, again, to lighten up some of the items, like those other things sitting next to it. It's a Gala apple salad with some shaved Parmesan and nice citrus vinaigrette. So something lighter to cut through some of those more heavier dishes.
And finally, what might be my favorite item on the menu.
Yeah, I mean, who can't love a donut, right? So homemade donuts, I had to be there when we were testing them all. It was a really rough day. And then we've got a vanilla, a berry, and a hazelnut dipping sauce, because we argued over if we were going to fill them or let people dip, and we went with the dipping method.
I like the dipping.
So
yes,
we'll see. This, surveys out. What's the best way to do the donuts? So
So it's a great opportunity to get inside, still enjoy the Chicago skyline,
Absolutely.
get warm and cozy, and enjoy a really great new hotspot in the city of Chicago. Again, it is Offshore at Navy Pier. Thanks so much, Kathleen. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.